what my experience is, no, not towards anybody else. I know there's a bunch of people who have had bad experiences, but my experience of it is, and my family's, we all have it. It hasn't been that bad.
Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions on the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm Ryan.
Let's pull the pin.
Almost flawless.
Almost flawless, man.
I never know if y'all want me to do that or not.
Sometimes I forget who I am. Well,
so,
Mike,
Jim.
No. Back to you, Mike.
I know. We all discombobulated today, man.
We're trying to throw the blame on everyone else.
Yeah, right.
What do you got?
Hey, what do you want to talk about today, man? Hey, I was thinking, let's talk about this coronavirus vaccine.
Wow, what an interesting topic.
Yeah.
The vaccine.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the coronavirus first? I mean, he's in the room.
Yeah, right. Talk about the big elephant in the room.
Corona.
Yeah.
I have it. I've been diagnosed with COVID-19.
A positive COVID case.
Oh, positive, yes.
So
Positive.
let's put a disclaimer out there right now. If for some reason in the next 30 minutes, if he drops dead, it's a coronavirus death.
Yes, no matter what. If somebody shoots me, I died of corona.
There you go.
Just for the record.
So how long have you had it, man?
Honestly, I don't know how long. I mean, I felt like this for about, I think I'm on the tail end of it, to be honest with you, because I felt like this for about a week and a half now. The headaches and it just got worse and worse, but it isn't bad. I say worse and worse. It like different symptoms started showing up. Started with a headache, then the headache stopped. Then I started having coughing, and then that, it's still going on, but different things like that. Just it is not what my experience is, no, not towards anybody else. I know there's a bunch of people who have had bad experiences, but my experience of it is, and my family's, we all have it. It hasn't been that bad.
So let me ask you the real $100 million question is how do you think you got it? Were you wearing your mask?
Well, my wife works in the Paulding County schools, so I think she got it from the school system and brought it home, or my kids who are all in school learning right now.
But aren't they wearing masks too?
That you'd like to think. My wife is, yes, but my kids, they do and they don't. They're not required to in the school system.
They are here.
Not required. Are they really?
My kids do here.
God, I wish they would have. It drives me nuts they're not required because, actually on the news system, they had that one high school, the first one that got busted out for not wearing the mask. That's my son's high school. That's where he's going next year.
Wow.
So he goes to the middle school right next to that, and they don't wear masks at all. They don't.
Well, there's good news, though. There's a vaccine.
Yeah. I've already got my, I'm already good. I don't need it.
Oh, wait. What do you mean you don't need it?
I got corona, baby.
Yeah, his body is developing a vaccine.
Hold on. Now, apparently, even the people who get the vaccine still have to wear masks, social distance, and stay at home. So,
well, there's a reason for that. If you get a flu shot, they say you still can catch the flu.
Right. Well, actually, they're putting the flu in you, so you obviously got the flu with the flu shot.
Right. So you would wear a mask so you don't give someone else the flu.
Sure. But this isn't the flu, right?
Yeah, but it's airborne, so that's why you still wear a mask.
Well, I think I don't understand all of the dynamics or technology or whatever, but I understand this is a synthetic one. This actually does not have the coronavirus in it. This has a bunch of chemical agents and things that change your DNA to respond to the coronavirus.
No. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, Ryan wants to chop at this, but
change my DNA. Ooh.
Yeah.
Really, that's the problem. What they're saying is it's that RMD, or what do they call it, or something, NRMD or something.
That's crazy, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to change your DNA?
Remember at first, I don't know that. Look, I'm not whatever they call virologist, but this is just what I was reading is that it's something to do with it impacts your DNA which causes that to respond to whatever the coronavirus is. So it's not like a traditional flu vaccine where they put a portion of the flu in to force your body to build an immunity.
Right.
This is not the same. It doesn't have the coronavirus in it. It works a different way. I don't know what they call like a synthetic. I don't know what they called it, but like I said, I'm just telling you what I heard.
Doesn't make sense though.
See, I thought when they were developing this, though, the whole idea was they were looking for people who had the antibody and start to work off of that. So they basically start with people who were immune to it and building backwards, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe, and you know, I'm sure there's many people who are designing a vaccine right now. So who's coming out with it first? I'm not sure. And how it works and how it attacks, I don't know. But if it's going to change my DNA, I'm good. I'll do Corona again. It's not that bad.
Well, that's what I'll tell you. Look, you could doubt me. I mean, obviously, I didn't read thoroughly into it. And I'm just going off what I hear from the people I trust. And look into it. I mean, at first they didn't release the ingredients, and I understand maybe that's a competitive market thing, but they already got the $1 billion to make it.
Yeah.
So what are you worried about? Somebody else is going to spend their own money
$1 billion to make it. Then they're going to get more than that
to administer it. Yep. Because I was wondering about that. If the vaccine is not free, we just paid them to make something to charge us for.
Yeah.
And then make it mandatory.
I thought the vaccine was free, though.
I don't know.
No, it is. It is.
Is it free?
Yeah,
or
where
is
I
the
am is
insurance
free.
paying for it?
Yeah. That just, I guess, means the government paid more. So, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But nah, I know where I am. They ran out already.
Is they really? I didn't even know they were offering it out yet. Honestly, where I am.
That's on base and in the county.
See, on base, I could see, offering it. I didn't know they were offering it in the counties, though.
Mm.
I mean, you start with the people who are supposed to be distributing it, right? The military is supposed to be hand and sell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did the military get it? Because I know there was a big to-do about who was going to get it first.
I know the military here got it. Some. They have some doses.
Because they talked about essential workers like hospitals not getting it first, and people were up in arms freaking out. They're like, if this thing is bad, you're killing everybody that's saving us.
That's true.
Yeah, but the flip side to that is if you give it to the people who are not mission essential, right? Then people go, oh, you use us as guinea pigs. It's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Sure. It always is that way. But did you not hear, I think the CDC, I wish I'd got the exact quote, but the CDC even said something about not giving it to old people because there's too many white people. Did you not hear that? I'm not kidding.
What? They said what?
There's even some states, go ahead, Google it right now. There's even some states that said that people of color get priority. I kid you not. Look it up. The vaccines become
has to be broken down to races.
I did hear that one, and they used the reasoning was high blood pressure, hypertension, and all that other crap. They're more prevalent in people of color.
So they're at risk.
Yeah.
The higher they're more at risk. Okay, so that's what you're saying.
But here's my thing, man. Oh man, I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this. I don't like hearing people talk about pre-existing conditions. Oh, he didn't die from COVID. He died because he had high blood pressure. Motherfucker, he was alive with high blood pressure. Excuse my language. Sorry. That just irks the heck out of me, man. Sorry. But
true though.
You know what I mean? He had high blood pressure. Now he got COVID and he died.
It's funny. Lisinopril didn't help with the COVID, but it helped with the blood pressure, right?
Yeah. It's like, come on, man.
Well, there's no vaccine for high blood pressure?
Right.
They have medication for it.
Right. I know this.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm white.
No, I hate that. I just can't stand hearing it, man. And the reason why I say I catch a lot of flack is because I'm saying it on here, so I'm announcing it to the world.
Right.
But
all 6 of the world.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they'll tell their friends. I don't know.
Yeah, but my background, so I got to bring it back to law enforcement. So if you look at the Eric Garner case where he was choked out in New York City, big guy, 300 and some odd pounds, whatever. So technically, the cop didn't kill him. he was obese and he was out of shape. So that's what killed him.
Oh yeah.
Now transition it back to the topic on hand, and then it's like, okay, the cop is COVID. So you're
Right.
saying the COVID didn't kill the guy because it was pre-existing condition. So can't you use that for something else?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I don't
I agree
like
with
that,
you.
man.
And I think what the more common sense approach would be is it accelerated his death. You know, you really can't just say COVID was the cause.
Right.
I mean, because if they got the flu, the same result could have happened.
Then the flu killed him.
Yeah, well, but I mean, I guess you're right. I don't know. Maybe that's
Jim.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
alive.
give it to you. I'll give it to you.
You know, I've been down there, man. Trust me, because I was like, yeah, man, they're right. Pre-existing. Wait a minute. He was alive for the last 5 years. High blood pressure, all this other crap, bad kidney, bad liver, whatever. He's alive. They're alive.
Yeah, you can say that too, though, with cancer people. You know, like people that aren't going to live for very long, but then COVID comes and then they die quicker. You know, I mean, come on. Yeah,
COVID killed him.
Sure. Well, definitely not gunshots. I mean, there was a lady, there was a coroner that came out recently from Colorado. I saw her on there, and she said they had 5 cases, 5 deaths, and I think 2 of them were gunshot deaths labeled as COVID deaths.
Jesus.
Wow.
And she said, oh, I even hear from other coroners that this crazy nonsense is going on. So there is an embellishment. We talked about this before. The hospitals were forced to report COVID as death because that's how they got paid.
Yeah.
They were getting extra money. We talked about that. So it's hard to get the real stats. Thank God we got Ryan here. So if he does go, we know this is a statistical anomaly.
Yeah, to see what they read on my certificate, you know.
Oh,
Yes. Well, they did.
I have high blood pressure, if that helps.
Yeah. He had pre-existing condition. He must have been black.
Yeah, I must be somewhere.
In all fairness, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's all very conflicting because like I said, if I hadn't already said this before, I lost my mom in July, but she had a bad heart and that's how she died because of her heart.
Right.
She never had COVID and I made sure that it wasn't on her death certificate.
Right.
And you know what's even more interesting? Another argument I heard that people are not really aware of, and this is what happens. People don't think things through, but apparently in the insurance industry, if people die of an accident, there's a double payout or some sort of rider that people are not getting because they're being labeled COVID, which is like a natural death.
Well, COVID is a pandemic, so they're not getting anything with pandemic. There's a fall there.
Boom, there you go, even better.
Oh, okay.
So see, all these false labels are screwing people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So now you want your high blood pressure again, or do you want COVID, buddy? What do you want?
Yeah, right.
Can't have your cake and eat it too, unless you're a Democrat.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, everything to screw you, right?
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me
Man.
about it.
And I'm white. And I get screwed all the time. So
That's not true. Stop. You're embellishing. But did you see the videos? Did you see the videos that people were highlighting? Like when they were showing close-ups of the needles where the syringe was already depressed or there was nothing in the syringe.
Yeah,
I've
seen one of those. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like why would they do that?
wait, elaborate that a little bit. Wait, because I didn't see this.
Yeah, you Google it.
Okay.
Although I don't like Google, just Google it.
Yeah.
But no, they're doing like the shows, like even Pence got the syringe, you know, he's got the and they zoom in on these shots and they're seeing that some of these, they're already depressed and there's nothing in the tube or what do you call that? Why can't I remember the word?
The syringe.
There you go. Thank you. You're good with that because you
So it's
do
for
drugs,
show.
right? You're black. You're black. You must know drugs, right?
Well, that drug is heroin. That's not really a
Oh,
black.
you don't use a syringe for that? Oh. My bad. Wrong black guy.
Yeah. Heroin is not a black. No, it's not. No.
No, that's a white drug, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Got it.
Sorry.
Yeah. What's the other name for it? Is there another name for it when a black guy uses it?
Yeah, you got to change the name. You got to change the name, man.
Because that's the one we have to make more higher sentences for.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Oh man. So how's the family doing, right? With this? Yeah, everybody's doing good.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the kids, you can't even tell. You can't.
Yeah.
My son was running a fever, but like 100.2, you know, and that's the highest I got up to. And then other than that, they're doing everything they normally would without seeing friends, you know.
They say it lasts longer though. Is that true? Have you seen that? Like the
Seen
fever
what?
lasts 3-4 days instead of just a day or so. And
Repeat that. I'm sorry, I didn't catch
the
that.
fever, they say the fever lasts longer as opposed to
No,
like 1 or 2 days. It's like 3, 4 days.
his fever was literally a half a day.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, and he hadn't had a fever come back. So I mean, not saying it won't. I mean, I don't know what, unfortunately, I don't know when he caught it, when I caught it, when my wife caught it, or who brought it to who. But he may have just now got it because he really doesn't come out of his room a lot. Like he's a 14-year-old kid who's got a PC, a gaming PC, so he pretty much lives on that thing. So when we only saw him recently. I guess he came out and hung out for a while, and then he goes back up. Now everybody's sick, so I don't know. I assume that he just pretty much got it when everybody else or everybody else already had it. So he might be on the start of this thing.
Oh, okay.
So speaking of coming back, I also saw in the news that over in the UK they found another strain, right? Strain of the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read
So,
that too.
Is
But
that not true?
no, I've read that, but the doctors here are saying that the vaccine, you don't have to worry about that new strain.
See, I got a feeling that it's like anything. It's like the flu, right? Every year you got to get the stupid flu shot
Yeah.
and then half the time it's not even the right strain.
Right,
I
right.
already told you, dude. They already said that even though you get the vaccine, you still got to wear your mask, social
Yeah.
distance. So
Yeah.
clearly they're not confident it's going to stop anything.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess the strain thing doesn't matter because, like we said, it doesn't have the strain in it. It just changes your DNA to respond to the COVID family, I guess.
Mm.
But see, aren't there 2 vaccinations though? I mean, I thought there were 2
Yeah.
that were just recently released. So
The people that had some guys go today, and they ran out today. But the guys who got the shot today, they said they were told when to come back for the next shot.
it's supposed to be like 30 days or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
I think they said 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, with that, there's does that mean are both of them changing DNA, or does it? I mean, I'm kind of curious. I just don't know.
One might be a prep. One might be a prep, like to prepare your body for something or chemicals that'll kill you.
Yeah. Right.
So before we put the killing agent in, we need to let your body,
Well, let me ask you, did you guys know initially it was going to be 2 shots?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I heard that today. I was like, what? Oh my God.
I actually saw that on the news about a week ago.
Mm.
But I mean, initially, obviously, when they were talking about the vaccine coming out, I had no clue. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
And they were talking about the big problem is half the people. It's like any vaccine, when you're kids and stuff, you don't get people who come back for the second one. So it doesn't matter good, they don't come back for the second one. That must be why, like any good vaccine that's ever come out, the guinea pig are the military.
Mm.
Right. Maybe that's why. See, I think you're missing it, Mike. I mean, you think that, Black people, because they have high blood pressure, these people of color, you think that they're getting the advantage by getting the vaccine. But I think since the Democrats are the party of the racists, they're the ones saying, let's try this on the colored people and see if it works. I guarantee that's what they're doing because they probably aren't taking it.
Jim? Oh God!
Oh, you
I
think
don't
I'm
know
off?
where to start. Why did you start that by saying, "Hey, Mike, you think what the hell?" How you say?
Oh no, I started it because you're Black, so I wanted to make sure that you knew I get to decide what you think.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I think like 50 Cent's like, what didn't 50 Cent have to be told who he was voting for? Well, I understand my privilege, so I get to speak for you. Yeah. You obviously don't know.
Back.
You obviously don't know.
I'll be back. I gotta do something.
And the headphones went off.
Oh, he's really going to get something.
Oh,
And for all you radio listeners out there, Mike literally just took his headphones off and left. So clearly, he's got something important to share with us.
I'm intrigued. Very intrigued.
You're intrigued?
I'm intrigued to see what he brings back to the table.
Well, I hope it's not a Glock.
No, I don't.
Well, even if it is, I don't think he can get me from here.
Right. I actually thought about wearing the mask just to keep everybody safe, so I got COVID too.
Right. So in seriousness, though, you are not going to take the vaccine now?
No.
You think once you
I
get
just
it?
don't trust it. I tell you, and I'll be honest with you. I look at what happened to my grandfather, and I can't tell you what it was that gave him. But I'm 4th generation Army. My grandfather was an Army Air Corps back in World War II, and he was given something that ultimately killed him at 70. At the point where he was 70, they did a lot of that testing they did on soldiers. They always have,
Right.
And so some of that testing they gave him, ultimately, when he was 70 years old, his knees swelled up every day. It stopped his circulation. It ultimately killed him. Where my grandmother lived to be, 98 or 97. I mean,
Right.
so it's
Oh,
sad to see that. I just don't trust them I don't trust the government to take care of America at all,
of course not. And
Wow.
Mike's back. He doesn't have a Glock, so there's no spoon that's got a burnt spot on the bottom. So what could he possibly need to leave our
I
show
can't
for?
find it. I can't. You know what I was looking for?
I do
too.
know. So
Yeah.
apparently it was a good Christmas.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, have you ever heard of the black card?
No.
Do you need me to show you one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just show it. Show it to
I
me.
will show you what Mike went to look for.
What is that? Hold on. It is too small on the screen. Mike's the main thing right now.
Oh, well, you can switch your view.
There you go. I got it. White privilege card. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
So Mike was lucky to receive a white privilege card. So now he can go anywhere like I can and get all the special benefits that I get.
That's crazy. That's
Yes.
awesome.
So now we can share success stories on our show as if we were equal.
Was that a Trump card I saw? Did it have Trump
It
on
said
there?
trumps everything. That's what it
Yeah,
said.
I think it just it just trumps it. I don't think that was a Trump
Yeah.
in there, right?
Although I think the guy who made them is a Trump supporter. It's a
Yeah,
black
probably.
black
Yeah.
conservative. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I will say this: I was speeding down I-35. I got pulled over,
Did you use it?
and yeah, I used it.
Oh my God, you did not.
Yeah, he's still out there laughing.
That's awesome, man.
With your car on a tow truck?
Yeah, it's got, hey, I'm doing this from a prison cell, by the way.
Oh, wait, you're next in line for your vaccine. So if you
Yeah,
have to go
exactly.
again, we know why.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, they were the first ones to get it here in the prison.
I would say that would be a great idea, right?
No comment.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, to protect the spread. I mean, because they're all confined in a small area.
Yeah. I agree. It
Yeah.
should have been started there. Yep.
Yeah. Or up in Washington, D.C., right? That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah,
really agree
right.
with. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys signed off on it here. Let me
Yep.
give it to you.
Show me how it's done.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't know. They get to sign off on so many things, and we could talk about other things as well, but they don't have the benefit of using, what they put into law. You know what I mean? It's like I don't get it.
It's like
crazy,
you guys were
right?
saying, the empty shot, even if they did say, oh yeah, look, it's fine, they'd have an empty shot. It wouldn't do anything for them. So
Yeah.
Well, that's what the
they give us
conspiracy
and what they
is.
do to us is different.
Right.
Yep.
That's what the conspiracy is that some of these people getting it weren't really even getting it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they were saying, like, why would the media put that out? You know what I mean? It's almost like, to me, like, you remember the Joe Biden hiccups, like in the commercials where he
Yep.
screwed up and he couldn't
Yeah.
pronounce a word right, or he spoke. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, I've done video before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a professional videographer, but I know if you hired a professional because you have White House money,
Yeah.
you would never let that get out on air, because that makes him look dumb. The people who created the video look dumb. So why would you do that? Why would they actually let his mishap get out in a public commercial?
Mm.
I think the easy answer is it's hard not to let him look dumb.
Right. They may have just taken like so many takes and said, this is all we got. We got to go with the best we got.
Yeah, I remember you said that before. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know what he really means.
We
Yeah.
choose truth over facts.
Right.
So, we got the big election here now, so I got him on TV every day.
Yeah, I
Every
seen that
day.
he was down there
You know,
trying to rally the base there.
wait, man, I'm killing me.
Well, maybe they should just hand out vaccines down there
Yes.
and then see what happens from there.
Start with the politicians.
There you go.
Yep.
That's it, man.
Yeah, they should. They should.
Well, they
man.
probably have. I mean, we got more bases here than just about anywhere, I guess. Well, except
Mhm.
Texas, baby.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like Mike said. I think, it's funny when you look at it. Like whenever there's an advantage, like a pay raise, Congress and them do get it first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But whenever there's something they're not really sure of or like, that's how the common person out there, you don't have to be intelligent. And I'm tired of getting into fights with people. You just have to have common sense to realize that if the government isn't taking it and you are, there's something wrong with it. Because if it's anything good, the government will take it first.
Yeah.
Yep. Like
You
you
get
said
the
with the pay
leftovers.
raise. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever there's an increase in money or payroll, oh, we get ours first. Oh, the soldiers, oh yeah, they can wait one more year, or they could. But yeah, if it's something bad, Obamacare, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world. Well, do you have it? No.
No, we have our own.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's Obamacare plus.
It is.
plus for them.
Right.
You know.
So that's why I said, like, when people, they come to me and the people, they try to rationalize with you and they try to argue with you based on their beliefs and what they know and this and that. And I'm okay with that because, that's all we all do. But at the end of the day, I step back and I always look for motive. And I think if you're out there and you're even listening and you want any advice, just look for the motive. And a clear sign is, like I just said, if the government themselves, if the politicians who enact this stuff are not doing it, you don't trust it.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's a simple rule.
Yeah.
So
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I go with a different rule. I say if they give it to the military first, don't take it.
yeah, well, the military, like you said, I think are always guinea pigs. I can't tell you how many shots I've gotten.
Oh man, jeez.
Do you guys got the peanut butter, right? I know I got it when I went to Africa, the gamma globin or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We call it peanut butter because they literally put you in line. They gave you this cold packet and told you to warm it up before it's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting there trying to warm up this big packet of peanut butter looking stuff. And then you get up there and you know where you get it, right? You get it right in the butt. There ain't no shoulder. No, they bend you over and you're like, ah.
That's where all the good shots go.
Yeah.
Right. And to think, what did it prevent me from getting? Oh, was that a prison joke? Is that why Mike looked over his shoulder? He's in jail now. He's like, whoa, is it time for my shot?
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You could always, hey, I don't know. Do you drag your pants or droop your pants?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so then you're not a receiver.
That's
No.
that's not
Oh.
a given. That's the
Just
So
thing.
you're
give
good
it.
then. You're good.
Yeah.
So shot time, you run to it because you're the
Yeah.
give it right.
Yeah.
Got it.
I have to make sure they in position.
Right. Let's not take this too far down that
No.
rabbit hole.
No.
Actually, unless you got something really enlightening and pressing, why don't we go ahead and put a cap on this one? Like literally put a cap on it.
I said, you trying to close it out and you just taking us right back down.
Well, you don't have to respond. In fact, you don't have a white privilege card, so right now
I used it. It's in the car.
I still have the privilege. So therefore, I get to decide that this conversation's over, unless I'm overruled by the other white guy in the room, because he might have more privilege than me. I don't know how it works interrace.
He said no. You know what that means, right? He
What's
just
that mean?
proved the point.
Oh yeah, he gave me the power, right? Yeah,
That's it. White people always stick together, man. I'm telling you.
exactly. Gotta love it. Anyway, we are going to move on before we go into a totally different topic.
Yes.
We're going to move into our favorite segment, only segment, where we pull the pin on something we just find annoying in our everyday life. And who wants the honor of going first?
I don't have anything.
Just get them over with already. I'm
All
done
right.
with them.
All right, I'll go first, obviously, since I need to get you guys started. But I am afraid that my pull the pin today is probably going to cite a whole nother conversation, because I want to pull the pin on this thing they call cultural appropriation. And why I want to pull the pin on this is not because of the silly people dressed as Indians or the Washington football team, whatever stupidity, which even the Indian people liked the name. So the people that were being offended said it was okay. But it's not that. It's what I heard, the hypocrisy of it. So, okay, I get it. But now that it's close to Christmas time, a little bit after now, we want a black Santa. No offense, Mike. You want a black Santa, that's fine. But why in the world is that not cultural appropriation? Because I believe Santa came from original character, who was actually a real white old man, if I'm not mistaken, unless that's gotten way far off. And that would be like, if you really want that to make it feel like you got something, then you're appropriating somebody else's culture. So stop talking about culture appropriation. And if that's the case, then let's just take this all the way down the rabbit hole. I want a white Malcolm X. Oh wait, we have one of those. We have Talcum X. What's his name? Sean King, who thinks he's white or thinks he's black, but he's actually white. So never mind. We've already got ours. So you can go ahead and have your black Santa. All right, I'm done with that. You got something now, Mike?
So
Oh, nice lead off.
so you pulling the pin on cultural appropriation or just black Santas? I don't get it.
You know, the culture appropriation, because I'm tired of people like we are a diverse country. You cannot walk around and say we need more diversity and brag about that. Like diversity is this, and then get mad when everybody who's diverse is using each other's culture. Duh. Like that's what you wanted, isn't it? Diversity. You wanted to be able to have everyone enjoy Mexican food and maybe possibly make it. Like, what do you mean appropriation? So I merely brought up the Santa because I saw it and I was like, what?
Yeah, okay.
Your culture appropriating a Santa Claus? Telling me I can't culture?
It's
You can have the Santa. I already agree with that. We got Talcum X.
Ryan, you have anything?
I mean, yeah, I guess mine's not as deep as his. Mine doesn't have the big meaning. I guess I just want to get rid of. I'll pull the pin on the Corona hype. A lot of it is hype. A lot of it is scare tactics. A lot of it is ruining business across America just to make sure that we don't have Donald Trump next year. It's honestly what I felt like was all driven by in the first place. So, you know, I hate it, and and not that I have Corona. Because I was part of that hype. Of course, I wore my mask walking out because I was scared my family was going to die. This ain't nothing. I mean, it may be for some that actually have underlying, pre-existing conditions. But if you don't, quit crying. I mean, the news media is making so much out of something that's not. The numbers are are fluctuating so high because they're calling everything Corona deaths. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like we talked about earlier, everything's a Corona death. So, you know, I want to pull the pin on the Corona hype. I'm just ready to get it over with, you know.
Good thing the vaccine's here because it's all going to end now.
Yeah, my DNA is going to be different.
Yeah, boy, he's stuck on that one, ain't he?
Yeah,
He's stuck on that one. Yeah, hey, no, I was going to say to that, it's not much of a anybody can, say to that or counter because you have Corona. So
yes.
Everybody else is like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Yeah.
but I know somebody who died, or I know somebody in the hospital who said they're overwhelming the hospitals.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you are, and if it's really true.
Oh, and there is some truth. There is some truth.
Yeah. But what I was going to say to that is, like, for the people, like, at work, I had a couple who passed away. But how do you know if you have the underlying conditions or pre-existing conditions?
Are you diabetic? I think No.
No. I'm just saying, like, some people, like you say, if you don't have any of those pre-existing conditions, it's not that bad, right? But and you don't, right?
Well, I do.
Well, yeah, that's right. Technically, you do. Yeah. Okay. For this right here, big country, you don't. All right. But you have somebody out there who doesn't. And then they pass away, and people are so hell-bent on saying, well, he must have had something, or they must have had something. It's like, damn, it's like, can it not kill you? The flu can kill you.
Did you not hear at one point they were talking about blood types? That like certain blood types, certain blood types were affected by this, where some other ones were not. I don't know if that's statistically correct or not, but they were talking about that in the early phases. But that also goes to prove that they still don't know exactly what's going on. But they got a vaccine. Still don't know what it is or what it can do, but we know how to cure it.
Yeah. Well, something just came to mind.
Black Santa.
Yeah. Well, no. I want to pull the pin on if there are people on the moon or not. Yeah. I want to pull the pin on things like that. That and this thing I keep hearing about, and I don't know if I'm not interested or what, but Space Force. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm like, Space Force. Nah, it's like, that's like Battlestar Galactica type stuff. Man, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't. I'm tired of hearing about it, and it's gonna force me to read up about it. So I'll be back with this topic. But for the time being, it's like in the past, I'm gonna be honest here. In the past 2 months, I've heard something about Space Force, damn near. I'm gonna say at least once a week. All right, and I'm just tired of hearing about it. If it's not out there so readily, if the information is not readily available,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So I'm just like, no, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Space Force to be continued though with this pull the pin.
So you don't believe in the space force? You don't believe we're going to actually live in space and have to abandon the Earth because of global warming and all that stuff?
No.
Well, let me tell you what they're preparing for. We have a
Oh.
movie that was created that is our future, definitely. You're not going to want to hear it, but it's Wall-E. Where we're all floating around big and fat in hovercrafts next to each other saying, oh, there's a pool here, while we're talking to each other on little screens instead of
Yeah.
looking at each other. It's the future. It is the way of the future. So
I can see that.
yeah.
I can really see that. And it's
We're all
like,
talking into a screen.
Yes.
yeah, and everybody's sitting on the chair, your bone density changes, we forget how to walk and all of
Yep.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember
So
that.
we need a space force to get us up there and know where it's safe. So with that, speaking of space, we are going to run out of space for this one and get right on that research, right, Mike?
That's
So
right.
that is all the time we have for this episode. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for putting up with Mike's cruel jokes. All right, my bad. Thanks, Mike. We really appreciate you. But thank you guys and hope to catch you next time. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.